Hello once again, Wildcats. It's the FCS playoff edition of the Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health. Paul Roper joined by Davidson College head football coach Scott Abel as your Wildcats are the PFL champions for the second straight season, second time in 7 months, and they're going back to the postseason to face the Kennesaw Owls after a terrific win against the Drake Bulldogs on Saturday. And Coach, just a great day all the way around. All the seniors honored by the players and the staff. And then they came out after your fiery speech, which we saw in the locker room, doing whatever it takes to get that win against Drake. Just a terrific afternoon at Richardson Stadium.
Oh, so proud of our guys, proud of our program. I can just sit here all day and tell you the things I'm proud of. But, you know, the two groups, certainly our players and how they came out of the locker room, how we played Saturday. And then our staff, right? Our staff probably didn't get talked about as much. I don't mention them as much as I should, but for what our staff has done, you know, Coach Berlin, Coach Jackson, Coach Munch, you know, Coach Eisenhofer, Coach Porter, Coach Mainside, Coach McCartney, you know, Coach Calder. I can just, you know, go down the list of what those guys have done. Coach Hogan, right? From the time we've gotten here, it's just really tremendous to see what they've gotten out of their position rooms, how hard they get their guys to play each week, how they've schemed up different opponents. And, you know, so to our players and to my staff, I'm so grateful for everything they've done to allow us this opportunity now to go to the FCS playoffs again.
And it'll come against Kennesaw State on Saturday. And going back to what we've seen based on Saturday's game, with how just, I think it was maybe the most complete game that was played all year. The Wildcats getting contributions from everybody. That seems to have been a theme all year. It's always someone new that steps up. Cade Vila with 2 takeaways. Eris Hilliard, another 100-yard game. It's just amazing that everyone's brought into this concept, and there's no real star in this team. It's a group that's truly worked together.
Well, you know, one thing we talk about all the time is that our we motto, right? Mm-hmm. And that with everyone. And that's how our program's built. You know, offense and defensively, we're built around schemes that 11 people have to do 11 jobs. Mm-hmm. For one outcome. And that's hard in this world, but our players, the way they've bought into that from day one here, from back in 2018, the staff and the culture they built inside those rooms to get our program to where we are. And Saturday was a great example of that, right? You said it best. Maybe our most complete football game of 2021, whether we're talking spring, fall, right? These last 7 months of football, for us to play what I consider maybe our best all-around game, the last game of the season in the fall, man, that says a lot, right? It says a lot about the character, the work ethic of our men, you know, the leadership of our staff, and that was just maybe the most rewarding thing for me Saturday, right? To see that quality of play out there.
Well, it sounds like that we have a lot to be thankful for, especially on this Thanksgiving week with the way the team has performed. And one of those players that's had a tremendous career here is Jake Alexander. He'll be part of our player profile later this week. Senior linebacker from Belmont who decided to stay close to home, has been an all-PFL player, and has kept up his tremendous performance into the fall season.
From day one, right, we knew Jake had a ton of potential to be a superstar for our defense. Came in as a safety, moved him down to our cat dog backer, you know, our overhangs is what we call them, but they're like safeties in themselves. And he had a tremendous game Saturday. I don't know if you noticed the way he ran around the field, and you know, he was making tackle for losses on pass plays, right? Because he had the underneath coverage, and just had a tremendous impact on our defensive side of the football. And he's embraced the personality that Coach Berlin and the defensive staff has built on that side of the football, and he's a great poster child for what we envision Davidson defense being about, right? Play hard, play tough, play fast. And I'm just so grateful that Jake chose Davidson for our very first recruiting class. I think he's had a tremendous career here. And I'll be excited to see what postseason accolades come his way.
A team-high 8 tackles for Jake Alexander during their win against the Bulldogs on Saturday. And because of that win, another opportunity to play this Saturday against Kennesaw State. And a lot of attention on this game. You have your rushing offense, you have their option attack. 1 and 2 rushing offenses in the FCS going head-to-head. What are your thoughts about taking on the Owls this weekend?
Well, I think it'd be maybe the quickest game in the FCS playoffs this Saturday, right? That's, you know, but they've done a tremendous job, right? They won the Big South. They got a great program. They're used to being here. They're used to hosting, and so I think they're probably a little upset they weren't a top 8 seed, which means they get a bye this week. So I know they have a lot to prove, as do we, right? You know, this is our second trip in a matter of 6 months to the FCS playoffs, and every time you do that, you learn, you grow, and I'm excited for this opportunity for our guys. Without question, right? You know, this is going to be a challenging week for us, right? Playing this caliber. I think they were ranked 5th in the country last week. Okay, but you know, we both understand each other fairly well. You know, I don't think there's a lot of secrets in what we both want to establish, and so I think the key for us is doing what we do, right? Not getting too caught up in the moment, and understand that, you know, we got to play a great football game, but we've done that before, right? And we'll have a plan, our guys will be prepared, and we'll just go out and execute to what we do and trust in the things in the process that's gotten us here.
Well, Coach, it's been a tremendous regular season. Can't wait for toe to hit leather on Saturday when the Wildcats take on the Owls in the FCS playoffs. Second time in 7 months your team will in the playoffs. Good luck on Saturday, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Paul. Happy Thanksgiving, Wildcat Nation.
There you go. And the Cats will be on the road to face the Kennesaw State Owls in Georgia. It'll be Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Our pregame coverage begins on the Davidson Sports Network from Learfield at 1:30. Myself and Mike Versina will be on the call. Thank you for joining us for this week's Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health. We'll see you next time on DavidsonWildcats.com.